The Mbappé paradox in the end isn't about doubt. It's about demand. He is one of the best players on the planet. He might be the best player of his generation. But the trophies that turn greatness into immortality demand more than just brilliance. It demands players to surrender. They demand even the most talented players on the earth to give up something that doesn't belong to them. Running, sacrifice, and humility that is disguised as function. Because if Mbappé doesn't give managers what they keep asking for, not more goals or not more moments, but more of himself in the invisible parts, his career won't be remembered as a failure. It will be remembered as something far more painful. A career that left people asking why he didn't win more. Mbappe's years at PSG were years of constant recalibration. Not just tactically, but politically. Different coaches tried to build different versions of PSG, and the same question kept haunting them. How do you get the most powerful player in the building to do things that feel beneath his status? How do you tell someone who has been crowned by the sport at 19 that he has to run like a substitute? How do you demand the anonymous work from the most famous person in the room? Pressing is football's ultimate test of ego, because pressing requires you to do work that rarely features on your highlight reel. But that is submission to a bigger plan. And submission is one thing modern superstars struggle with the most, because submission feels like shrinking. Luis Enrique's ideology is almost built to expose this. Luis Enrique doesn't want effort, he wants buy-in. He wants the front line to be the first line of defence. He wants the big names to behave like nameless ones. And if they won't, he will build without them. And for Mbappé, tension around pressing and running isn't some late career quirk out of nowhere. It's almost poetic how long it's been a part of Mbappe's story. In the comic book Mbappé released about his own life, a stylized, heroic retelling of his journey, there's a page that unintentionally says more than any press conference ever could. A young Mbappé is shown refusing to track back, refusing to defend, insisting that his job is to attack, to score, to decide the game. Even as a kid, Mbappe's football identity was built around exemption, around the idea that his value lived higher up the pitch, away from the grind, away from the collective labour. That becomes important when coaches ask him to press, because to Mbappé, pressing doesn't feel like football. It feels like role confusion. It feels like being asked to betray the version of himself he's always been told is special. When managers demand that he runs like everyone else, they aren't just asking for effort. They're asking him to rewrite his own mythology. If you want to see the whole deep dive, head over to YouTube where you can see the full video.